Joe Biden has launched an illegal foreign invasion of our country, allowing a record number of illegal aliens to storm across our borders. From all over the world they came. Under Biden's current policies, even though these millions of illegal border crossers have entered the country unlawfully, all of their future children will become automatic U.S. citizens. Can you imagine?
Former President Donald Trump is back in the headlines with one of his craziest proposals yet. Trump wants you to believe that Joe Biden is letting a flood of migrants cross our border, and Trump's solution involves completely overriding the Constitution.
Who wants this? Who wants to have prisoners coming into our country? Who wants to have people who are very sick coming into our country? People from mental institutions coming into our country? And come they will. They're coming by the thousands, by the tens of thousands. As part of my plan to secure the border on day one of my new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that under the correct interpretation of the law, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship.
That's right. Donald Trump is pledging to end birthright citizenship in an effort to win the support of his party's nativist base. And while Republicans love to talk about constitutional originalism when it means outlawing abortion, they're just fine tossing it out the window to keep America white.
My order will also end their unfair practice known as birth tourism, where hundreds of thousands of people from all over the planet squat in hotels for their last few weeks of pregnancy to illegitimately and illegally obtain U.S. citizenship for the child, often to later exploit chain migration to jump the line and get green cards for themselves and their family members. It's a practice that's so horrible.
So right out of the gate, Trump is running afoul of some pretty fundamental American law. In this case, he's tangling with the 14th Amendment, and its clear as day statement that all persons born or naturalized here are, by law, U.S. citizens. Real simple, right? Well, not for Republicans, because they believe that that language applies only to freed slaves, even though the word says persons and not slaves. And boy, do Republicans really hate that about the 14th Amendment. Texas Congressman and former Secretary of Presidential Pills, Ronnie Jackson, cheered that Trump was the only candidate willing to, quote, end horrendous birthright citizenship. Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk called it a, quote, terrible interpretation of the 14th Amendment. Man, tell us how you really feel. But there were some former Trumpers who sensed that something might be wrong with Trump's promise. Peak Florida man Bill Mitchell pointed out that Trump can't actually do anything that he's promising. Or take this MAGA loyalist. He put two and two together and realized that if Trump really could end birthright citizenship with an executive order, why didn't he ever think to do that when he was actually president? Oh yeah, it's because he's lying. The truth is, Trump's anti-immigrant screed isn't about policy. It's about fundraising off white nativist grievance. And Trump got a nice boost from Fox News, where election year means it's time to make up yet another round of scary stories from America's southern border.
Nearly a week after Title 42 expired, as many as 35,000 people were reportedly waiting on the Mexico side of the border to cross into the U.S. Here in El Paso, Texas, some migrants have been sleeping on the streets as shelters remain at capacity. City officials fear another surge could be coming. CBP says that in April, when Title 42 was still policy, there were more than 211,000 migrant encounters. Border Patrol agents arrested 16 people on the FBI's terror watch list who were attempting to enter the U.S. illegally.
So there are a few key words there you want to look out for. Fox says there were reportedly 35,000 people camped on the southern side of the Mexican border, a number they've never actually confirmed. They also say a migrant caravan could be coming. Again, that's a claim with absolutely no evidence behind it. Divisive immigration issues are a fundraising goldmine for MAGA Republicans. Just ask Ron DeSantis, who's making angry ranting about immigrants a key part of his mega donor strategy. The Republican hate machine is gearing up to manufacture another immigration crisis, just in time for voters to take notice. Unless Democrats push back against radical immigration positions like Trump's, they'll once again find themselves fighting this issue on Republican terms. terms. That's a mistake Democrats can't afford to repeat, because the GOP has let us know exactly what they plan to do if they win next year. With that said, it's not all bad. Check out this video of Dr. Janine Downey absolutely pummeling Fox News lad Pete Hegseth over Republican book bans. And as always, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.